Hello and welcome. This is new content, not just YouTube shoveling one of my old videos back up, throwing it at your face and demanding that you watch it. It's exciting times. It's like Christmas, but better because you know it's not going to be a pair of socks. And yes, I am aware it's been a bit of a while since my last video. And when I say a bit of a while, I mean 3 months. And when I say 3 months, I mean way over 3 months. In fact, the last video I was making was on Boris Johnson locking the UK down and ducks. I don't remember why I was talking about ducks, but I remember that I was talking about them. And I do feel I probably owe you guys a bit of an explanation as to what happened and why there was that short gap between videos. And there is a very good reason for it. Unfortunately, I was never told the reason. The only thing I was told was no more videos, you're not allowed to make them. Which was frustrating and disappointing in so many ways. So, in that period of no videos, I decided maybe I should go and find another job. Somewhere that wouldn't just tolerate the videos, but would be a bit more on board with them, maybe even actively encourage them. And somehow, I don't know how, but I managed to find such a company. So that's why, if you've been following my Instagram, you'll have seen I've now gone to John Beattie's in Penrith. And it's nice to be with a company that seems not just passionate about the videos, but just generally passionate. And it's nice for me to be excited about a company again and not just want to just turn up to work just because I need the money, but actually be excited to come to work every day. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think these are going to be exciting times ahead. But for now, maybe I'll stop whittering for a bit and I'll probably crack on with the day. Oh, hello. Are you joking? Fucking hell. Oh wow, I've lost steering. Oh holy hell. Fucking hell. Yeah, I've completely lost steering. Come on. Yeah, I've lost power steering. Okay, right. Monday. That got the adrenaline flowing for a minute there. I've been having issues with a fault coming up on the screen. Now I know these daffs, they like bringing up faults. That's fairly normal for them. Operating procedures for a DAF says it needs to bring up at least 5 or 6 faults a day, and I didn't really think much of it, to be honest with you. I'd called up after one of them just to say, this is happening, what's the crack with it? And they'd had it in the garage over the weekend and had the injectors replaced on it. And that was what they thought was the problem. And the second thought is, oh, it must be a faulty sensor, which, given these DAFs, totally reasonable to think that. And I was I lost all power, and yeah, there was a moment of worry there where I was wondering if I could actually still turn it when I got into the emergency bay, but I could, and that's good. And now it's not turning on at all. Dash's been called, highway's been called, so all we can do is just sit and wait. I should probably go into the downside of coming to a new company. It's put me very much squarely at the very bottom of the totem pole. And although I wasn't at Dent for a huge amount of time, with the turnover of staff that they've got there, it had put me somewhat higher than the average, which was nice, but now I'm very solidly at the bottom, and BT's has a significantly lower turnover of staff, so I think I'll be at the bottom for a while. And the issue with that is the new drivers tend to get the very pre-loved wagons, the ones that have been loved by many drivers. And this one's definitely no exception. Don't get me wrong, it is quite nice to drive, but there are a couple of problems with it. The gearbox isn't the best. Now, it's a 12-speed manual, and that's got high and low gears, and it's got a splitter. If you don't drive wagons, don't worry about it. Basically, it's complicated. All good. And it's not always the easiest to get in gear, and it's quite easy to find yourself in the wrong gear. Now, don't get me wrong, that's partially due to my lack of experience with it. I've used an 8-speed 4/4 before, but never a 12-speed, and it's definitely an interesting change. And oh, hello, what are we doing here? We all good here? Lovely job. And other things, there's no Bluetooth in it. I know that's picky, but I like my Bluetooth speakers in my Scania. They were just, and the sound system, it is lacking. It is lacking. Obviously, there's the little teething issues, such as the fuel problems that's been having, and it's also got faulty sensors on it as well, which keeps chucking random things up all the time. Which they are quite loud and they're quite in your face, so you can't help but notice them, but oh well. That's not to say it's all bad. There are a few definite perks with this wagon. They feel roomier, bigger. They feel... It's hard to explain, but it just feels like a bigger space to be in. There's nice shelf space so you can actually put stuff down. I've actually got a table here. Check that out. Fancy, I know. And the fridge is huge. It's massive. You can put so much stuff in there, whereas the Scania is so limited on what you can put in. And over the Scania, it does have a major feature, and that's if you put your milk in, it won't freeze it into a solid block, and that's something that I found wasn't a feature I enjoyed about the Scania, having to chip bits of milk off into your coffee. I don't know, maybe some people like using it as a nice lolly, but personally, when I buy a bottle of milk, I prefer it to be in liquid form. Suddenly gone dark and the heavens opened and all of the car drivers are panicking. Oh God, it's raining! So what should we do? Let's reduce the amount of distance there is to the Arctic that's behind you. Genius. Just genius. Yes. They're not always the cleverest, some of the car drivers. I'm still not getting used to the gear stick. When I say this, I don't mean I don't get it or anything like that. It's still not natural yet. I'm still having to kind of think about it and then kind of just double check what I'm doing, and it means it's just that extra bit of concentration goes into something that isn't the road, or whatever you're supposed to be thinking about. So obviously it's fine when you're doing on dual carriageways because you just stick it in a certain in 12th and that's it. It's fine, but yeah, it's oh hello. We've got lots and lots of brake lights, and I cannot see anything out of that mirror. Holy crap! Yeah, I'm just not going to go into that lane because I can't see anything now. Holy crap! Now we're at apocalyptic rain. Yeah, this is serious now. Currently heading back up north with a load of barley, and I've been sitting trying to work out what barley's actually used for, because there's a lot of it going out. Even from just the farm that I collected, there's a hell of a lot going out of it, and the only thing I can think uses barley is beer. And the only reason I say that is because I think I've seen an advert at some point saying we only use the purest barley, hops and water. I'm sure I've heard that. Maybe I might be talking absolute shit. And in which case, someone correct me in the comments. Not that I care that much, I don't drink beer, but regardless. But I was thinking, has it actually got any other uses? I wonder if they just give it to cows as feed or something. I'm not sure. But either way, I'm happy that barley does not smell like some of the old loads, some of the ones that I used to take for dens, because my God, some of them were horrendous. I had one, I can't remember where I picked it up from, but it was this black sludge, and holy hell, it was something else. I'd never smelled anything that bad. It's probably the only time I ever came close to nearly chucking up. Very, very, very close. And my missus, when she came to pick me up at the weekend, she could still smell it, and I'd picked it up on Monday. I mean, it was something else. It was next level. It was bad enough where when I pulled up at the services, I was thinking, should I go and pull up with the refrigerated wagons, because no one wants me around. one other thing I don't like about the wagon, and that's its pointless wheel. And I know it's not pointless, I'm sure that there's a very good logical explanation for it, but it just looks pointless. It looks like when you were a kid and you were playing Lego and you were building a monster truck or some cool vehicle and you wanted to have, like, you know, 6 wheels on it, and you dig through the Lego box and you're trying to find it, and you manage to find 3, but one of them's not the same as the other 2, but still you stick it on there because it looks cool. And then you show your mum, and your mum's like, yeah, that's amazing, that's the best thing I've ever built. But in actual fact, what she's thinking is, that's crap. As you can tell, I've had to make a few changes to the video. They're not as long anymore, which might be a good thing. I don't know. Let me know. And the structures have to change as well. I can't record on sites at the moment. The intention is to get permission off the sites, and to get permission a little bit more professionally than how I used to do it, which is just turning up on site with the camera going, can I record please? And although that worked, it's probably not the best way to do things, especially with the larger companies. So we're going to do it all properly, but for now, this is the style, this is how it's going to be. Hopefully you like it. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think, or any improvements or anything like that. You can also hit me up on Instagram and Twitter, Facebook, and I think that's just about it. If you haven't already, click subscribe. It's the little red button, and there's a little bell by it which you have to click for some reason. I can't remember the reason why, but you have to click that. And like the video, that's the other one as well. Or if you didn't like the video, then don't click like, because you can't like something that you didn't like. Click dislike. Why not? See what happens. Might be all good. But either way, we'll see you next time. Thanks very much for watching.